Hello, everyone. My name is Bala Krishnapillai. I'm a CEO of Hitachi America. I've been with Hitachi for over 7 years. Prior to that, I worked in the healthcare industry, high tech, building enterprise softwares for IoT advanced analytics. So I'm here today to talk about our customer experience with Appian. We partnered with Appian to improve our sales operational efficiencies and to drive better business outcomes. Hitachi is a global organization, and Hitachi is a global leader in digital innovation and building sustainable solutions. For over 110 years, we have solved the social challenges by leveraging technology, data, partnership, and innovation. And we consider ourselves pride of being more trustable by our customers. Hitachi's innovation investments is focused on the key areas, whether it might be on the digital side, what we call as the green, energy and mobility, and connective industries. And these verticals are our integral part of our company's strategy growth, where we leverage the technology that addresses the social challenges and, most importantly, improve the quality of life. We have transformed our business to drive global digital transformation and in an efficient and more smart and sustainable manner. One such transaction, I would say, global transformation, it's called as OHCRM, One Hitachi CRM. It is a global business platform that connects seamlessly with all the group companies. As I talked about, we are close to about 573 group companies. So it connects seamlessly all the data, sales data, and provides a unified view to our sales organization. As a global technology sales division, they have the better visibility in real time to make more strategic planning so that they can improve their process and also to improve selling and cross-selling their services. Of course, it comes with data challenge. Now, it involves data security, data integration, at the same time processing. With a company as such in a global scale, accessing data across various business divisions is always a big challenge on our side due to the complex business model, the way they operate independently. So these are the various factors. It created kind of a challenge to our face to deliver more sustainable solutions. The other part I call as a data processing, because as we acquire a lot of companies, it comes with legacy softwares. Some company, within our Hitachi companies, there are large enterprises where they have a good standardization of either using existing CRM tools like SAP, Salesforce, and other things. Whereas in the SMB side, they tend to use some point solutions. Of course, there are a few small companies, they run on Excel sheets. So the challenge is, how do we bring the data? How do we ingest the data into the system to create a data harmony? And another important factor is the cost. We have various systems, license, contracts with IT as part of the IT organization. So the OpEx cost is quite high. So these are the various challenges that we faced. So to tackle that, we partnered with Appian. So with Appian low-code platform, we utilized Appian ecosystem that solved some of the core challenges. The things such as able to harmonize the data and to create a common data model. As I mentioned earlier, we have close to 500 organizations, and everyone works in a different process. So with that, the data fabric layer, we're able to harmonize the data, able to create a common data model. And the next step is to create actionable insights. And that's where we leverage the sales framework, the UI layer, which is a pre-built connectors, which has more efficient process modeling. With that, we're able to build efficient UI screen. The advantage of using Appian, it runs on multiple landscape. Once we create a web application, it supports mobile landscape, as well as it provides the API services. With that, we created the real-time dashboards. And by doing that, you have reduced a lot of the software cycles, right? Various contract management cycles. We have reduced it so that we contained everything within Appian to deliver much better full impact. This is just a diagram on how we leverage Appian by connecting data from various data sets and funneling that into the data fabric layer. Behind the scene, we have the process modeler in place that understands and executes various workflows. And finally, we rendered that using the Appian sale framework. There are a few highlights I would like to point out. Now, everyone, since the keynote, they all talked about AI. So in Hitachi, we have a great resource around the data science activity. So we end up in building some custom LLMs. So what we have done is, it is a bring your own model, where we deploy our own LLM within the Appian ecosystem. So this really improved our overall sales search capability. So for example, if a salesperson wants to understand some of the sales activity, he can ask in a natural language. For example, they say, give me the top 10 account activity, or he can type, I have a meeting with X company, can you create some context, or you can create some meeting summary, or some talking points, so that he can create a report and talk to the customer. And most importantly, what I can point out here is the volume of transactions. Every day, we process about 1 million transactions. So that means the Appian with autoscaler capability, we scaled it without any performance impact. So that gives us more a template for scalability and repeatability. These are the few key stats that I want to point out. One of the core things I want to point out is the complex business rules. There are certain things that were built in a legacy way, and through the process mining, we end up in recreating that in Appian, and it really worked out well because it created a standard format. If you consider it's not a one-time development activity. To have a high impact, high data fidelity, we have to create a continuous feedback loop. And that's where Appian helped us to build, where we capture the data right from source, ingested into the data fabrication layer. From there, we have a continuous loop where we improved the data quality. Coming about the business benefit, since we used low-code platform, we are able to deliver the project much faster. That based on the predefined connectors, or other things like process modeling or building the UI layer, right? These are all predefined ones. So we have not spent time to build everything ground up. We leveraged the Appian platform that accelerated our development cycle time. That's the biggest advantage what we realized during our development cycle. From the overall business perspective, it's about the benefits, right? So with the IT operational cost, we are able to save over 20% because it's all low-code automation tool, and it was able to scale more services. So we have reduced our human capital on this project. Even though the volume which we serve was huge, by utilizing this automation tool, it really helped to improve the cost. The another one is the efficiency gain. That is very critical for our organization, because we've been doing this data extraction and transformation for a while. When we use Appian, we created a template, a repeatable template. So that means every time when we acquire a data, the template, it goes through a cycle with the human in the loop. We ensure that we deliver the high quality data set that feeds into the downstream application. Some of the benefits, I would say it's most importantly, you might see a lot of benefits there, but I would point out two things. The one, the white space identification and cross-sell and upsell. The intent of this program is to enable my sales organization to tap the untapped potential or the new opportunity. Before we implemented this solution, there were a lot of silo-based businesses. Now we are bringing the insight together. With that, the sales team have a better visibility, and they can identify a good strategy tool to deliver more impactful program for our end customers, whether a new product services for a new region, or they can select a better product to add as a bundle product for the existing customers. And eventually, our goal was about to improve and accelerate our social innovation value. By creating this tool, or what I call as a live analytics tool, now the sales team have the better visibility of developing a differentiated offering that addresses the critical business needs. So now, what's next? It's about looking for what to do as a next step. Matt had talked about the agentic AI, and before that, Mark talked about how Appian is progressing. From Hitachi's standpoint, we want to create what I call as an autonomous digital enterprise. So today, systems are talking and acting in a task fashion, at a component level, right? It helps to create a task automatically, and then you have to add some process to complete that. In future, we are expecting that more agents would come into play, where instead of running a task, it will drive your business outcome. For an example, as a salesperson, I can create a scenario. I can say, I'm working with a customer on the high tech. They are focusing on certain products. And can you suggest me which are the business division that I can connect to create a proposal that can give a good indication to that customer? By giving this kind of a simple prompt information, the agents will be able to analyze, it's able to understand how to extract the right data and to deliver insights for our customers. There are other areas we are trying to work is what I call as a self-healing technology. So self-healing technology, self-optimization on the business process is critical. Let's say, imagine either you are order to cash or some HR onboarding process, where we end up in having some errors, where you have to course correct every time. So those kind of actions can be effectively managed through the autonomous agents. So these are the few things that I'm anticipating in the future. We're going to work with a customer. And you might have heard about the process of MPC, which is a very popular model context protocol, where we are creating the whole equation. Very simple. We're converting agents into more of impactful to drive the business outcomes. And with that, I'm concluding my presentation. Thank you so much.